So in this context, right, we'd be targeting the midline, not the top line. Sorry, not the bottom line. So you draw it out from stop loss to profit target. Okay, and then you know, right, okay, from here it's about half position size. Right, about $2 stop loss. So we want to get a little bit closer, but absolutely in play here. So you can absolutely be looking at Netflix here. Oh, whoops. Good indication, right, from indexes, seeing good cooperation. So I'll start to set this up. See if I can get an entry about $1 away from my stop loss, which would be about 376.20. Sorry, 476.20. So great little trade here on Netflix, textbook Bollinger Band reversal that ended up running pretty nicely for me, but just a pretty wild spread that made this trade just a little bit more challenging to manage than I'd like. But ultimately a really good trade. Got to that first profit target here very quickly, but that spread made this just a little bit more bouncy than it should have been. So potentially a little bit of a bigger spread here, right? So even though I might be able to get a dollar stop loss, I'm going to size this as a 2/3 position size. Right, that spread just creates a little bit of extra execution risk, and so I'd rather be too conservative and make sure that I'm applying that execution risk to my position sizing prior to that entry. So I want to make sure that I'm always within those parameters, which is why I'm sizing down here. Okay, so let's see, we have a chance here. And then I'm targeting an entry here at 476.20, which is approximately $1 from my stop loss location. So $1 plus 50 cents equals about $1.50 worth of total risk. So I want to make sure I'm sizing my position for that risk. All right, good similar setup here from QQQ. And the point here is that I've chosen a specific entry price. So it's either going to hit my entry price or it's not. And if it doesn't hit that price, then I have no interest in getting in. So it's a binary outcome, or it's a binary process. So either hits your entry price exactly or you ignore it and you can walk away from that trade. Spread's like $1. $376.42, $377.56. That's huge. Now it's 48 cents. It's a little bit better. I have a partial fill here, partial fill. It's a good price, 476 on the dot. I got about half the size I wanted on that trade. But fuck, I'm up $2 a share. Okay, so I'm going to close a little bit here, guys, at 478. Can't look a gift horse in the mouth here on this. So I'm going to close about a third of my position at 478. Yeah, Greg, to be fair, it was bouncing along about that same amount on my interactive brokers as well. That's an awesome fill, Alfred. Awesome fill. But there we go, guys. Closed a third of my position there off at 478. This is a weird win. Get a quick $2 per share. That moved so fast. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully a few of you guys are in this as well. Alfred, looks like you are. So we're in really good shape here, right? Up $2 a share here from our original entry price. This is going to turn into a really nice trade here again today. Next profit target is going to be just under that 480, right? Just under. Nice work, Igor. Nice work. Just about the same entry price as me, so fantastic. And next target here, guys, is going to be high of day, which is 479.60-ish. And so I'll close about a third of my position there. Third of what I have left at that area. So 479.50-ish. There's a, man, this thing's spready. Just the whole time, right? The spread was so challenging to deal with that it was making my P&L a little bit of a roller coaster. So I didn't really want to deal with that. And I'm sure at this point I'm thinking about closing this trade. Anyone else in this trade? So the size of the spread, VLAD, right, is why I sized down or tried to size down. I even got less of a fill than what I wanted. But I added the spread, essentially. It was like 60 cents. Added that to my position sizing calculation. So what would have been a full-size trade made it a 2/3. Nice, Jamie. Hopefully you scaled out here as well. Taking your first profit target off there at that 478. But I would say I don't like how this has been moving. Well, fair enough, Greg. What I would say is in your trading journal, write down what you think created that gut feeling. Maybe it's the spread. Maybe it's how quickly this trade came together, whatever it is. But that kind of information becomes a golden nugget for when you look into your trading a month from now. So that would be really good information. Excellent entry, Ruben. Excellent entry. Have some mixed feelings here. Kind of want to get out to a certain extent. One sec, guys. Okay, so sorry about that. It just feels like if this thing moves against me, it might move real nasty. Like it's a $1.20 spread, a $1.40 spread right now. So that just makes me a little bit nervous when I see that. Just a little bit. So I wanted to see it move. If I can get back up to high a day would be great. Then now the second anxiety, if you want to call it that, right, is that indexes aren't moving or they're not moving in our favor. So I might just take this win and move on, thinking about that a little bit. That 478 came so quickly and so strangely that it doesn't feel real. I don't know how about you guys, but it's like I entered and the next thing I knew, it was up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling too, Jamin. Where it's like, okay, it's nice, but it feels like I'm not going to get a reliable exit. All right. Huh. It's a big difference between getting a 476.10 fill on my last chunk here versus a 477. It's $1,000 difference. But that's the spread right now. That's kind of screwing me. Maybe starting to see the dip buy take hold here a little bit. I can talk myself into a trade all day long, though. Kind of what I didn't want to happen here. I'm going to get out, but just protect my P&L here. Well, that worked out. But it didn't feel right. The way that was moving didn't feel right. I should have gotten out 377. Instead, I get out 375.80. So, okay, a little win, but I gave away P&L here. So annoying part about this Netflix trade is that it ended up stopping us out and then ended up running huge rest of the day. So I just think that spread maybe a little bit of an indication that it wasn't quite ready for the big move or sort of the main move of the day. And I maybe should have been a little bit more aggressive cutting that win prior to kind of getting a little bit closer down towards scratch. Still, all in all, pretty nice little target, or got up towards sort of $2 a share win on the majority of my position. So I was happy to manage the remainder of that relatively aggressively. But I think next time when I see a spread that aggressive, I'll be a little bit more, call it picky with how I'm managing my stop loss. I think I was a little bit too loose there and should have been a little bit tighter on how I protected my win.